Today's gonna be like a real good day, but I feel like I need a cup of coffee. I don't have any coffee. This is gonna work out perfectly. Perfect. All right, now we got to get to work, just quick, because I don't know when this is coming. So today's video is like just a mix match of all different kind of stuff that we got going on. Talk about this stump, hang out at the cab, and see what we get in the mailbox. The point being, I have so much stuff going on all the time, so I thought I'm going to share it with everybody, and I get to just spend the day out here today getting some stuff done. So here's what's up with this. So again, I'm sure you saw the cabin. I'm always talking about the cabin, but I felt like the cabin just was never getting done. So after the wall tent went down, it went up quick. Like the framing went up quick, the walls, the roof we got on real quick. The front done, the front roof done, door done. But then it was all that small stuff that takes forever. So the inside, I showed the inside not too long ago in a video. But there was all this like lingering things that we had to get done, that we started to get done this past weekend. Is great. So Mike Gasper, Keen Pedersen came up to my instructors, hung out all weekend, drank a couple beers, did some stuff at the school property and fixed stuff up. One of the biggest things, this tree right here was a nightmare. Every time I came out here, I had like sweats because I didn't know what was gonna happen with the tree. So we finally bit the bullet, took the tree down. The other ongoing looming issue that we had was, again, we just had a wall tent on here when we built this deck. So it's just up on stilts, okay? Like 4x4s. The ends are reinforced. So there's 3 4x4s on each end. But there was wiggle in it and it drove me nuts. I constantly felt like I'm gonna die in this thing, it's gonna collapse. It probably wouldn't, but we had to add a center piece in the back, which you can see right here, concreted in. It is super sturdy now. I'm so excited about it now. So like all that got finished up. Now we just really have the eaves. We got to close those in somehow. I think the mailman was just here. Come here. Yes. Mail is here. Get it out of here. How did the mailman get this stuff in here? Come on. This mailbox is great. I hope there's no bills in here. So I hope you all enjoyed that little skit. The reason that I wanted to do it was because today's video is sponsored by Trade Coffee. Now, if you're like me, you love a good cup of coffee, and it's even better if that fresh coffee can come right to your doorstep or your cabin tree. I mean, that's if your mailman will send it out this far. Point being, here's what's cool with Trade Coffee. So go to drinktrade.com, link is below, click that. You go on there and you can take a coffee quiz and you can pick all your favorite, your likes, your dislikes. If you don't know, if you have no idea and you're brand new to all of this, you can just let Trade decide on it. And then when you're done the quiz, they're gonna match you up with some different styles of coffee, and then that coffee gets sent directly from the roaster to you. So the nice part with that is you don't have to rely on like your local grocery store. You don't have to go searching for anything. You're getting all these roasters that are gonna send stuff right to your door. So you get to try all different stuff, and I love that. And then you can become a coffee connoisseur like I am. Now when you get this stuff in the mail, all right, you get your bag of coffee in the mail. What I really like about it is you just get this piece of paper along, and I don't like that you get paper. I like what's on the paper. The point being that it basically goes over the flavor profile here of the coffee. So over time, because one of the hardest things when you really get into start drinking coffee at first, over time, is learning how to say, okay, well, this is what the flavor profile is, or this is what I taste, and this is what it should taste like, all this stuff. So that helps you along a little bit. You can look at the coffee, roasty and smoky, rich, full-bodied, extra dark, reminds us of the campfire. Like that one I'm drinking, that's the Sparrow's coffee here. That's one that I just recently got, so I'm excited about that. Now you can get it ground, you can get whole beans, all that stuff. So there's just so much stuff you can do. So the point of this whole thing is that if you click the link below, you get 30% off your first bag, plus you get free shipping. Great deal, go down, click it, and thanks Trade for sponsoring this video. All right, so back to the whole tree thing. This tree nightmare, right now I'm gonna show you the video of us taking the tree down. I was white knuckled the entire time. So Mike Gasper's the one that was cutting the tree. Keen was like our wingman, talk us through, well, who needs to do what. And I was in the side-by-side giving it juice, okay? White knuckled on the steering wheel the whole time. At one point I felt the side-by-side sliding forward and I'm giving it gas backwards. It was pretty crazy. Crazy tree that we should have took out before we built this thing. So I had to call these two guys in. Rope, see how it splits? Nightmare.
Hold the chainsaw straight up, Mike.
Is anybody else sweating? Dude, I was literally not moving and my knuckles were bleeding.
I was watching it. When I seen the first crackle like this, I knew we were all right.
That's why I said keep going, keep going, keep going.
I heard it crack here.
Mike.
Good job, Mike. You're the man.
You were close to all the marks. That was good.
Now we got a fucking nice...
All right, so you crazy bushcrafters, this thing is going to be heavy. If it falls and I die, hopefully somebody puts this footage online. I don't know. So this tree from here, where my hand's at, okay, to this Y was above the roof line, the lower roof on the cabin. And then you're going to see it's all twisted. It looks like human legs. We were going to build like a bushcraft doll out of it. I'm not going to go any further with that. Keem is a sicko. Okay, look at this. Oh my God. So this thing, it's huge and heavy. I was afraid, it's not even in the camera. Jesus, help me. Now, oh my gosh. A normal man would not be able to lift this the way I am, but I'm real strong. Point being, look at this thing is crazy. It looks like somebody's legs, okay? Like I have a tall friend. So here's the thing. This at some point, when you have a tree like this with a split in it, the rain lays in here. It's weird. This is weird. But that thing is so heavy, you don't understand how heavy it is. The point being, rain lays in splits of trees, and a lot of times when you see a tree that is split and one side breaks off, it's because the water lays in there for so long. It's a weak point. The grain is split in there. So when rain gets in there, water gets in there, ice gets in there, leans and cracks. The tree would have destroyed the cabin. So the tree had to come down. The tree's down now. I'm happy about it. What I want from everybody is to think about what we can make with that big Y branch, because I've been like running my head through. You can make a sawbuck, which I did in a past video, out of something like that, but is there something else cool we can do with it? Like maybe make a slingshot and shoot somebody out of it? I don't know. Let's figure that out as a team. So whatever you think we could do with that, leave in the comments below. Something needs to get done with it. But another cool thing that we did then, back to this crazy tree stump, is that anytime you're at camp and you have a tree that's down, I would not suggest go cutting trees down if you can avoid it. But if you're in an area that a tree's down and it's your camp and it's private land and you're allowed to do this, flatten off your tree stump, because now you have a nice chopping area, a working area, or in this case, a table for eating, drinking, coffee, beer, whiskey, whatever your drink is of choice, whatever your food is of choice. I mean, you could put a cheesesteak on here. I guess it was really big, it'd fall off, but the point being that you can utilize everything around camp. Everything. So you might be thinking, what the hell is this video even about? It's more just about hanging out at the cabin for the day. I wanted to bring you along and talk to you a little bit just about what we had going on here this past weekend. Show you some of the stuff, how we fixed up the back of the cabin, how we cut the tree down. Right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix up a bench. So we have these benches that the guys normally build at our, there's one, at our Bushman class, and then most of the time they can't fit them in their car to take them home. So they just donate them to school, and they're great for around campfires and stuff like that. We had some really old ones that I built a while ago that the legs rotted and they cracked, so I got to replace those. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I decided a little bit different here. I'm gonna take an old tabletop and we're gonna just replace the tabletop. The pegs are still in, so I'm just taking a small stick here, my axe, and I'm just gonna hammer these things out. Just like that. Now some quick tips if you're ever gonna make anything like this that's really important. Number one is that to be proper with this, all right? Now I'm not doing it proper, but I'm gonna tell you how to do it proper, because I think it's important to just know these concepts. The legs that you're gonna put into a bench or a table or a chair, they should be seasoned wood, so dried wood. The reason why is because when wood is green and it dries, it shrinks, okay? So we want that wood that is shrunk and that it's dry and it's ready to go. Our top, okay, where we have the holes in that we're gonna put the legs into, that section should be green when we initially drill the holes and place the legs in. The reason for that is because once we stick the dried legs into the green wood top and this starts to dry, it's gonna squeeze onto the legs tighter. Okay, so number one, we're gonna have a tight fit on the legs when we pound them in, but it's only gonna get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then there's no chance of those legs ever falling out unless they rot or break or something like that, but that's gonna make your stuff super, super strong. The other thing to think about is, do you wanna drill your holes right through like we did, or do you wanna just drill them about halfway through? Either way has worked fine in the past. This one, just because it's drilled all the way through, we're just gonna keep it like that. I personally usually try not to drill all the way through. I think it looks a little bit nicer on the top end, but it is what it is. And I don't want to waste this whole board that's already done for a tabletop, so we'll just go from there with it. Now, total flip side. This is dry, so we just got to get a tight fit and just go with it from there. Last hot tip, I think. I mean, if more come up, I'm going to tell you. But when we drive the round peg in the round hole, okay, it's all good. but we want it to be tight, and it's very, very difficult to hand carve something with that level of precision, okay? So what we can do is we can cheat it. And what I mean by that is that, just think of this for a second. If I would take something that is wide this way, okay, and I would start to hammer it in a hole, what's gonna happen is we're gonna get pressure here and here, and it's gonna split our wood. Not a good thing. But if I take something that's wider here and here and press it, you're not gonna split here because the grain runs this way, okay? So whenever you make legs for something, you wanna go opposite the grain. So we're not gonna push this to split the grain apart. We're gonna put it with the grain, okay? The pressure's gonna go up, the pressure's gonna go down. So you're really not putting a round hole around, you're really not putting a round peg in a round hole. You're putting an oval peg in a round hole, and that's going to keep it super tight. So I knew this end was somewhat rotted, but I thought I can keep it together, but obviously it was too rotted. My peg was the right cut, the right size. Mother Nature got the best of us. Put this into the firewood pile. So joking aside, Big Papa Pump here decided to just blast some more legs in here because I do have my auger with me. So what we're gonna do, because the other ones are already through the whole way, I'm just gonna go through the whole way too. It'll be easy, quick, easy, get this thing hopefully back in service. So as soon as we get cutting in here, we'll know if this is too rotted or not. It'll last about probably another year, the way it's going, because it's not the best right now. It should be a little bit tougher to cut through, but it is what it is. If you ever find any of these auger bits that look in really good shape and you're into this kind of stuff, definitely worthwhile have one or two. They're heavy to carry around every day, but if you build yourself a camp ever, or even at home, you know, you can go to a local lumber mill sometime and get in-cut lumber. They want to get rid of it anyway. There's not much they do with it. You can get a piece or two of this and make some cool benches and stuff, and if you make them by hand, all the better. They look nice and cool to have around. All right, through that one, perfect. Go get my other two legs and get them on in there. Perfect. So at this point now, I'm gonna have to go back through and clean up all of these because they are sticking through a little bit further. So there you go, perfect table, coffee. I mean, we have so many places around here for coffee and beer. It's great, absolutely wonderful. So just like that, with an auger bit, a saw, and an axe, you can really make a full-blown camp, like a living situation for yourself out here. Of course, we have the cabin here, so it's easy because I could keep some of these tools here, but it really doesn't require that much. If you were to take down buck saw with some different blades and your axe, and you throw one of these auger bits in a pack, you can really make something of it. Plus, like, at the end of the day, it's fun, it's relaxing, you get to spend time outside here. Once the temperature drops just a little bit more here, it's gonna be perfect. So hey, thank you for joining me here at the cabin. This is like my new favorite place to hang out, so I'm gonna be spending a lot of time here, so you're gonna have to look at this place a lot. But it'll just keep evolving, we'll keep getting more done. Thanks to Trade Coffee for sponsoring this video. Again, click that link below and you will not be disappointed. Also, with that mannequin looking bottom half tree thing that we cut down, leave it in the comments what you think we can do with that thing to do something bushcrafty with it. And if I come up with something, I'll just do it and not take any recommendations, but you get my point. I'll definitely listen what's up. So hey, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. School, classes, merchandise, all that good stuff, and click subscribe, get notified, all that good stuff. Till the next video, stay in the woods. I'm gonna go and stay in the woods now and just do a little bit more on and end stuff here at the cabin. Peace.